7. I'm back with another video. I know it's been some time, but there's not much explanation to be, you know what I'm saying, done. But we're back with another video, and today's video is about patience. Patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience. One of the reasons why I stopped making like a whole bunch of videos, you know what I'm saying, it's this is how I see it, you know what I'm saying. People know the truth. People run away from the truth. You know what I'm saying? From what I've seen, like in the world, you know what I'm saying, generally, because when you speak on things, you know, people be knowing. It's not that people don't be knowing, you know what I'm saying. It's just they don't want to accept it and stuff like that. But whatever, it's not like I'm not here to push nothing on nobody, you know what I'm saying. So I know most people do know the truth, you know what I'm saying. Not everything, you know what I'm saying, to the details, but most people know what's, you know what I'm saying. Most people know what's up, you know what I'm saying. So there's no need of like, you know what I'm saying, keep bringing certain things up, you know what I'm saying. Yes, if I get a message I have to make a video, yes, I'll make the video. But, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these things, it's already, you know what I'm saying, we know, you know what I'm saying. At least I would say the majority of who the messages are, you know what I'm saying, that we resonate with, you know what I'm saying. You gotta know, like, because of how, how my message are, how the messages are, you know what I'm saying. You cannot just understand. You gotta have a certain level of understanding when it comes to certain things for you to, you know what I'm saying, actually comprehend what I'm trying to, what I be. Because understand the way I explain things is not how most people explain things, which is, you know what I'm saying, okay, you know what I'm saying. I just, in order for you to understand like what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have a certain knowledge. You gotta be at least closer, you know what I'm saying. So you make where you know what I'm saying, you ring a bell in your head, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Because somebody that don't know much, you know what I'm saying, about what I'm talking about, you're not gonna understand, you know what I'm saying. That's why like it's easy to be confused, you know what I'm saying, when I'm like the messages and stuff like that. It's easy, you know what I'm saying. I understand, you know what I'm saying, because when I didn't know what I know today, back then, you know what I'm saying, I didn't understand things how I do today, you know what I'm saying. But that's like what, the intro, forget it. Patience, you know what I'm saying, patience. I'm dealing with it currently, you know what I'm saying. Patience, which is like, spiritually I understand, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be here like give you Bible verses. There's multiple, you can search it yourself, you know what I'm saying. There's multiple verses in the Bible about patience, you know what I'm saying. There's multiple stories that like require, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go into details because like I'm trying to speak on, you know what I'm saying, not the little stuff, you know what I'm saying. I understand if I go into details, like people that don't know much can understand it better. But like this video is not for people that don't know much. You gotta know a little bit about what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Patience. You know what I'm saying? When God have you in a waiting period, you know what I'm saying, where like, you know what I'm saying, when you say waiting period, it's not how can I say, the waiting period is not actually a waiting period, if that makes sense. The waiting period, you know what I'm saying, is not, it's more like a training period, you know what I'm saying, understanding period, you know what I'm saying, faith period, you know what I'm saying, patience, you know what I'm saying, patience, you know what I'm saying. Spiritually understand, you know what I'm saying, but there's certain aspect, you know what I'm saying, there's certain things in the physical that like I want to rush, you know what I'm saying. And I'm not sure if I've ever I don't think I've ever talked about it on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, but I'm trying to go back to Africa, you know what I'm saying. That's just the reality of things, and it's not maybe or if to it, it's gonna happen. It's just come to when, you know what I'm saying. And God have been, you know what I'm saying, testing my patience, I would say, you know what I'm saying. And it's a how can I put it? It's an interesting thing, you know what I'm saying? One thing is to speak about something, you know what I'm saying? Another thing is to actually experience it, you know what I'm saying? When you experience, like people talk about the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I've experienced, I've lived some of these things that happen in the Bible. So the understanding is even way, you know what I'm saying? It's through the roof, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? And patience. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go in details like in certain things, you know what I'm saying? But I want you guys to understand the importance of patience, of when God actually, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like having, look, a lot of things happen in like people's lives, you know what I'm saying? You got that might not have nothing to do with God, you know what I'm saying? You make mistakes, I make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And then you reap what you sow, you know what I'm saying? If you make a mistake, you're gonna pay for it. Everybody pays for what they, you know what I'm saying, they do. You know what I'm saying? That just, everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? At least I would say everybody knows that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, the patience is not always, how can I put it? Certain things that happen in your life, it will have nothing to do with God. You know what I'm saying? It'll be, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like, you just reaping what you sow and stuff like that. But there's again, God putting people in, like, certain time where there's how can I put it? There's multiple things that will happen during that waiting time. That it's I'll give you guys one or two examples about my life, but I don't want to speak about my personal life on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of, you know what I'm saying, putting my personal life out here. You know what I'm saying? That's why people thinking they know me based off of the videos that, like, because based off social media is a little bit, you know what I'm saying, delusional to think you know somebody just based off social media. You know what I'm saying? But patience during the waiting time. You know what I'm saying? During God's waiting time, you know what I'm saying? There's things happening like I went through it, you know what I'm saying? I've not followed God's instruction, and I went through a time that, like, I saw it as punishment. Like, that was a couple years ago. I saw it as punishment, you know what I'm saying? But it was just a waiting time, you know what I'm saying? But patience, you know what I'm saying? That's the word, you know what I'm saying? That's today's word, patience. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys, you take it on whatever level you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? You absorb it on whatever level. You can apply it to multiple things in life and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But patience. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys having a blessed day. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. And I'm out.